You also made a fragrance.
I did,
Which
yes.
is really interesting. It's a very difficult thing to make a
It
fragrance.
is. It's very
Yeah.
complex.
So, please can you tell us about the fragrance generally and then also how it ties into this collection?
Yes, so the fragrance that I gifted everybody at the dinner last night, this fragrance has actually been a 2-year project of mine. I first got inspired when I was in Paris, and the idea or the original concept behind the fragrance was in the city, in Paris especially, there's a lot of air pollution, and we don't have that kind of clean, uplifting nature smell, whereas I'm lucky enough to be from Donegal, to be in Ireland, where we have that
Fresh air.
fresh
Yeah.
air, a lot of greenery, a lot of oceans. So I wanted to be able to captivate that in a sense, to be able to bring that to Paris, essentially, bring it in a bottle so you can always experience that. So I developed, it was a 2-year process. I developed the accord. So I'm not sure if people are familiar, but an accord is similar to a chord in music. It's a combination of a few different notes that create a certain smell. So I was working on a petrichor accord, which is the smell of the earth after it rains. That took a whole year to get that right. I moved back to Ireland and
Please can you just explain because I'm so curious.
no, of course.
What about it makes it so complicated to get right that it would take a year?
So the smell petrichor, I feel like there's a combination of a lot of different raw materials. So in fragrance making, your ingredients are we call them raw materials, but they're essentially ingredients. It's about having that right balance of having synthetics and naturals, so it creates the most accurate smelling version of what you're trying to recreate.
Right.
It's a lot of trial and error. I feel like nobody can tell you, just give you a formula and just be like, this is how you can make every accord. It's always about trial and error. And I was doing an online course. I studied under Aurélien Guichard, did a workshop with him in Paris.
That's the perfumer that's responsible for Versace Eros,
Yes,
I believe. Yeah.
exactly. And I did Sam Macer's online perfumery course, actually based in the UK.
Right.
And that was really my foundation and backbone. So, to answer your question, to go back to it, how it took so long or what's so difficult about it, it's a very complex note. And because you don't have a physical thing to compare it to, you kind of, it sounds crazy, but
Yeah.
you kind of need to go outside after
Yeah.
it rains and smell and be able to train your
Try to
nose
figure
to
out
pick
what
up the
the-
smells.
yeah.
Exactly. And having that being balanced in a perfume, because obviously this perfume that I created is unisex. It's pretty conceptual, it's pretty niche, like brands like Byredo or Le Labo. I'm sure the viewers
Yeah.
are well familiar. It's pretty niche, so it has to be challenging, but also has to be wearable.